And without further ado, we have the cast of X-Men Days of Future. Cast. We have Simon Kinberg, writer. We have Omar Sy. We have Ellen Page, Shawn Ashmore, Halle Berry, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, director Bryan Singer, Hugh Jackman, James McAvoy. There he is, James McAvoy. Michael Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, Nicholas Hoult, Peter Dinklage, Evan Peters, and producers Lauren Schuler Donner and Hutch Parker.
Basically, the notion is Hugh of the future, or Wolverine of the future, is sent into, his consciousness is sent into his younger self. And it's nice because Hugh is able to play both parts because the character of Wolverine is ageless, which is extremely unique. And it was great to be able to place him in both these worlds as a character, and for me to reunite with this original cast and to get to work as a director with the new cast.
I wanted to ask the original trilogy actors, what does it feel like to return to these characters after so long?
Well, these things have a strange life because you start out and it could just be a movie and that's it, and hello and goodbye. But then it develops its own life force. No, the best part about this movie has been for me knowing that at an earlier time in my life, I was James McAvoy.
Thank you for saying that, Patrick. And if I have to grow up into being somebody, how cool is it to grow up to be Sir Patrick Stewart, star of stage and screen? So it's a big kick getting to work with Patrick. I got to be in the same room as Ian and Hugh and Ellen and everybody and Sean and stuff, but I actually got to act with Patrick, and I've been a fan of his for years. So it was a real kick. But just dramatically getting to kind of, the whole idea behind First Class, kind of rejigging, rebooting, but also showing who we were when we were younger. I never thought for a second I'd actually get to work with Patrick, so that was just quite interesting to show the two opposite sides of these people at different times in their lives and their personal adventure,
I'm looking forward one day to being as dashing and successful as Michael Fassbender. And we can't really believe our luck, can we? That we're still allowed out. And also playing a character over 2, 3, is it this 4 films we've been in now? Or is it 4 films I've made with you, Brian? I'm never quite sure, but... Both, okay. Yeah. It's fun to go back to the character and realise that he's still lurking inside you. But these stories are so need to be told. That's what I like about the X-Men. These aren't casual movies. These aren't summer vacation movies. They're classics, and to be allowed to be associated with them is a genuine honour, and it doesn't matter how little I have to do in the next one, Brian. I'll be ready and waiting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice. I mean, we can, we all love the films, but what's nice for me is that in the first movie, we all became such good friends. And we really like each other, and we like being around each other. So to have a chance to do the work that we love, but to hang out with the people that we really admire, respect, and like to be around, for me, is the joy of coming back to do these movies. And the beauty is, because we are good friends, we pick up as if we just saw each other yesterday. And I was really happy to see everybody and meet the new cast, but hang out with my old friends that I really love a lot.
Jennifer, you have any comment?
It's really the same as what everyone was saying. It's we became so close on First Class, and
And I had, after I got the movie, I went and watched all of them, and am a recent but huge fan. And I never thought that I would even be able to meet some of the original cast, so it's really great.
I built the old hallways from the X-Men 1, 2, and 3. This is the fourth time we've built these old blue hallways, and they're kind of iconic a little bit in the X-Men films now. So when you guys, it was really fun when they walked on the set, because they'd been in an X-Men movie, but not with those hallways or with Hugh as Wolverine.
Yeah, there really wasn't a lot of familiar stuff.
Yeah, and you were standing in the hallway, and we were looking at one of your costumes, and then you were like, "Can I see Cerebro?" I was like, "Sure, I'll show you Cerebro."
That's not a euphemism, by the way.
Yeah.
She was
Or
already
is it?
cast at this point.
How about you, Alan? You have 2 cents to add on your experience working, Alan? Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's funny is I was just in the third one, and it was, 18. It feels like a while ago, and I just done really a movie called Hard Candy, and was on the set and had never been involved with anything of remotely that scale, and just felt so welcome by such a, obviously not just an incredibly talented group of people, but just like the loveliest, sweetest people who were so kind. And never did I think I'd be back playing Kitty Pryde again. So I was just so thrilled to be back with everyone and exploring something new and something very different, and just had a great time every day working with everybody.
Okay, how about one more? Nicholas, you have any thoughts to add about the experience of working with the old cast and new cast?
Yeah, no, it was what Brian was saying. When we walked into those old corridors, and for the first time we were doing a scene, I looked over during a take and looked over and saw Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I sat there and I panicked, and I was like, freaked out a little bit, because those were films that I grew up watching. So it was fascinating, because the first class film didn't, even though it was an X-Men movie, it didn't feel like the X-Men movies that I knew. So it's very exciting and nice to be back with everyone and to have some new friends.